Mrs. Honeybee. Today, we'll be exploring the world of Aladdin.
Would they see a poor boy? No siree.
We're going to meet my friends Aladdin and Princess Jasmine on our adventure. They're so excited to see you.
Step 1, grab the lamp. Step 2, say what you want. Step 3, there is no step 3.
All you have to do is close your eyes, get cozy, and listen to the sound of my voice. Mrs. Honeybee will be your guide. Let's begin. Imagine you are in the sandy world of Aladdin. You look up to see a big desert sky shining with bright daylight and dotted with puffy, fluffy white clouds. You look down at your feet. You are standing on a mountain of sand. It's so soft under you that your feet sink in slightly, and the tops of your feet are gently blanketed by the grains of the sand. Bringing your attention back up, take a big breath in as you overlook this new world you are about to explore. Breathe in the bright sunshine through your nose. Hold the air warming your chest. Breathe out through your mouth as if you could give more sunshine to this beautiful landscape. Feel the calm of the quiet as a breeze blows the soft sand up into the air. You reach down slowly to feel it with your hand. Reaching your hand out, you scoop up a handful, trying to contain the wandering, floating sand in your hand. Feel the teeny tiny grains of sand filling up your hand as some sand escapes, falling through your fingers. Looking at the glassy sand in your hand, the bright sun creates a reflection of light that glimmers. You are holding this glimmering, twinkling light. Take another breath in and out, focusing on the glimmering sand in your hand. The twinkling light beaming off the millions and millions of grains of sand in your hand reminds you of the stars in the nighttime sky. Somebody is walking up behind you. You hear the footsteps approaching and slowly turn to see that it's Aladdin. He has a big smile on his face and is so happy to see you. Aladdin gives you a big warm hug, and you hug him extra tight.
People don't see the real you in your royalty.
He tells you stories all about the land of Agrabah, of the magnificent sandy dunes and beautiful animals. Aladdin knows about the journey ahead of you and promises to give you a bag full of tools to help you on your adventure.
Because to know what people, you have to see them for yourself.
He wishes you well and promises to return soon with his knapsack full of tools and things for your trip. Since you are so relaxed, peaceful, and calm here in this world, why not make it nighttime? With all of your strength, focus your attention on throwing the millions and millions of grains of sand upward, high up into the sky, as if they could dot the desert sky and become millions and millions of twinkling stars. You close your eyes as you throw the sand, and just like that, as you open them again, a soft moonlit evening sky drapes over the world. The sun is setting and the moon is rising. You look down to your empty hand where the glimmering sand just was. You look back up to the evening sky and see all the grains of sand as millions and millions of twinkling stars fill up the sky. Just then, Aladdin re-emerges in front of you with a little critter by his side and a big bag in his hand. He walks slowly up the mountain, and he's again very happy to see you. He says, "I filled your knapsack with everything you will need on your adventure." Aladdin must go before he's late for lunch with Princess Jasmine. He promises to meet you later at the market and gives you another big warm hug before disappearing out of sight. You notice something whooshing towards you from the distance. You can barely see it in the evening sky. It looks rectangular, and it's flying smoothly and quickly through the air. As it gets closer, you know exactly what it is. It's the magic carpet. You see its 4 tassels, one on each corner, blowing through the wind. Its bright purpley blue almost blends in with the darkened blue evening sky, but its brilliant streaks of gold gleam so brightly that they light the way for the magic carpet to come straight to you. Once it gets to you, on top of the sandy mountain, it waves hello with one of its bushy tassels like a hand. You wave back, eager to find out what adventure awaits. With its tassel hand, it motions you to jump on. It's hovering just over the blanket of sand. You excitedly run and jump your way onto the magic carpet and get into a comfortable, relaxed, seated position. The magic carpet says it's important to be calm for your magic carpet ride, so it asks you to take another deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel the twinkling evening air fill your chest and the magic carpet rippling gently in the breeze under you. Breathe out through your mouth. The magic carpet can feel how calm and comfortable you are, so it begins to fly. You sink yourself heavy into the magic carpet that's flying low and slowly just above the blanket of sand. You feel your body being supported effortlessly on this journey. The sand is moving swiftly under you as you fly with the magic carpet. You are so close that you can reach out and touch it with your hand again. You stretch out one hand to feel the soft sand flowing through your fingers. This time, you don't try to hold it, but you let it flow through your grasp. As you and the magic carpet fly faster and faster, the sand flowing behind you creates puffy clouds of dust. Focusing your attention back on the magic carpet, you reach out to feel its soft texture on your palms. Surrounded by softness, with the evening air softly brushing your cheeks, you close your eyes to calmly enjoy the rest of this magic carpet ride. The evening air makes a whirling sound as you move smoothly through it. Another sound starts to swell off in the distance, so you open your eyes to try to identify the sound and see where the magic carpet has taken you. The sun is nearly set in the evening sky. The stars you threw up into the air are already twinkling, and you are approaching a busy, bustling, colorful place full of movement and commotion. As you move closer to this place, you identify the sound you hear as the muffled voices of a river of people moving quickly through this space. You feel the magic carpet slow down to a stop. You are hovering over a marketplace where people are buying and selling all kinds of things. The magic carpet delivers you to the reddish-brown clay roof of a building directly overlooking this marketplace. You wiggle your toes and legs, awake to hop off the magic carpet and stand on the roof of this dusty clay building. And just like he promised, Aladdin is there to meet you, and he brought Princess Jasmine.
Of all the places you've shown me, this is by far the most beautiful.
As your feet touch the rooftop, Aladdin puts his arm around your shoulder and introduces you to Jasmine as his new best friend. Jasmine hugs you and is so very happy to meet you.
It's them, the people. They make it beautiful.
Overlooking the downtown market, Aladdin points out some of his favorite food stands. He points down to the fish vendor on the corner. It's owned by a guy named Mel. He points to the fresh fruit seller across the street and tells you all about the big, juicy fruit that's available. It sounds delicious. The friendly magic carpet waves its tassel hand goodbye. As you wave goodbye, it wraps itself in a circle motion, and poof, it disappears. It disappears so quickly that it leaves a dust cloud in its wake. As the dust settles onto the top of the roof, and at your feet is a small, shiny golden lamp. You know that the genie lives in a lamp just like this one, so you excitedly run over to it. It's warm to the touch as you hold it between your hands. With one hand holding its handle, you use your other hand to gently rub it. As you do, the magic lamp starts to jiggle in your hands. You place it carefully on the clay rooftop as it starts to jiggle more and more. Then pow, a glowing blue light bursts out of the lid, and the genie appears big and blue before you. He has happy eyes and a pearly white smile. His big arms are crossed across his big chest, and his genie tail curls under him as he floats in the air.
Oh, great one who summons me, terrible one who commands me. I stand by my oath, loyalty to wishes 3.
The genie has a special ability that he wants to share with you. He's able to change his shape. He can be gigantic and slow. He can be teeny and fast. He can be round. He can be rectangular. Anything he sets his mind to, he can become. He wants to show you how you can do this too.
If I was going to talk to myself, I could have just stayed in the lab.
First, he closes his eyes. Then he lets his body rest in a comfortable position until he is completely still.
I am a genie. There is a difference. Giants are not real.
Once he is still, he lets his thoughts rest too, until his mind is calm. He focuses his imagination on what he wants to become. With his imagination focused, he breathes in deeply through his nose, holds the air in his chest, and breathes out through his mouth. When he opens his eyes back up, he magically is whatever he set his mind to. Standing before you, big and blue, the genie will show you how he can become a teeny, tiny, fluttering butterfly. You watch in amazement as he closes his eyes, stills his body, quiets his mind, and focuses his imagination. The genie then, poof, disappears into a cloud of puffy blue. The big blue genie is completely gone. Where did he go? Just then, fluttering lightly out of the puffy blue cloud, you see a teeny tiny butterfly with brilliant orange and black wings. You reach out your hand with one finger extended. It lands gently on your finger. You look closely at the butterfly, and it seems to wink at you with a twinkle in its little butterfly eye. The genie became a teeny, tiny, fluttering butterfly. Lifting up into the air, the butterfly begins to flutter its brilliant orange and black wings again as it flies high into the evening air above you. Then poof, the genie is back, big and blue, wearing his pearly white smile. Holding his hands out like a magician, he says, "Ta-da!" The genie's favorite thing about his special ability is that it shows him different points of view. But what does that mean? Think for a moment how the world may appear if you were looking out of a teeny tiny, fluttering butterfly eye. Here on the clay roof above a bustling marketplace, the world must seem gigantic and loud to a butterfly. Genie motions you to follow him to one side of the rooftop and points to what looks like a small mountain way off in the distance, just under the setting sun. I discovered my powers after I visited the Cave of Wonders, which is way over there at the ends of the earth. Curious, you ask the genie if you can try to see the world from different perspectives and go explore the Cave of Wonders. You're just in luck. The genie grants you 3 wishes.
Get 3 wishes. They must begin with rubbing the lamp and saying, "I wish." Got it?
You eagerly use your first to be able to see the world anew from a different point of view. From high up on the clay rooftop, you look down over the whole marketplace. The cobblestone streets twist and turn corners and seem to go on forever, one just as bustling as the next. Vibrantly colored textiles float in the evening breeze. You look closer, and there are individual stands full of people buying and selling all sorts of things. The first stand you notice is selling brightly colored fruits, watermelons, pomegranates, and lemons.
Pomegranates too.
You wonder what the world looks like to a watermelon, rounded and green, full of seeds and sweetness. You tell the genie that you're going to see the world as a watermelon.
I choose watermelon.
First, you close your eyes gently, then let your body rest in a comfortable position until you feel completely still. Once you are still, let all your thoughts rest too, until your mind is calm and quiet. Then, with your still body and your quiet mind, focus your imagination on becoming a watermelon. What shape would you be? How would it feel to be that shape? What size would you be? With your imagination focused, breathe in deeply through your nose. As you hold the air in your lungs, feel your chest expand, rounded outward like a watermelon, and then breathe out through your mouth. You are now a small, round, bright green watermelon sitting on the cart that you just saw from high above the rooftop. You are at street level now. All the bustling commotion that looked like waves from the magic carpet ride and streams of people and muffled voices from high up on the clay rooftop are now detailed faces, expressions, and lives trickling by you as you sit on the fruit cart. They do not notice you as they busily go through their days. One older man has a serious expression on his face, with his eyebrows furrowed in towards his nose as he walks briskly by. The sweet smell of fruits fill the evening air. A young girl happily skips down the street with her friends, smiling big. The sound of her joyous laughter seems to tune out the rest of the marketplace sounds for a moment until she's out of view. An older woman makes her way slowly down the cobblestone street with a walking cane, wearing a silky outfit that flows in the breeze. Sitting this still from this point of view gives you the opportunity to appreciate a detailed view of this place. You soak up the feeling of stillness as wispy music of a flute carries you softly. The genie whispers, "Psst," and you are back up on the clay rooftop, high above the marketplace again. You take in another big breath of the sweet-smelling evening air and are struck by the twinkling stars that you threw up in the sky at the beginning of the journey. Looking up even from this high-up rooftop, the moon is still far, far above you, beaming its creamy-colored light down on the commotion of the marketplace. You look down at the bustling street again and notice that no one is looking up at the moon, appreciating its beauty and brightness in the nighttime sky. You wonder what it would be like to be the moon as it watches over the world each night. You tell the genie that the next perspective you'd like to see is from the moon. Again, you close your eyes gently. Let your body rest in a comfortable position until you feel completely still. Once you are still, let all your thoughts rest too, until your mind is calm and quiet. Then, with your still body and your quiet mind, focus your imagination on becoming the moon. What would it feel like to be that bright? How would it feel to be the biggest thing in the night sky? What color would you be? With your imagination focused, breathe in deeply through your nose. As you hold the air in your lungs, feel your chest expand, rounded outward like the moon, and then breathe out through your mouth. You are now the gigantic beaming moon hanging happily in the nighttime sky, lighting up the world for everyone below. Where you can once see individual faces with different expressions, you now cannot focus on one person or one thing. As the moon, you can see everything at once because everything feels like one from this distance. You just see life on Earth, moving slowly as shapes and colors. Life on Earth looks peaceful and calm from this distance, and it exists under blankets of clouds and stars. You look through your moon eyes all the way to one side, and then to the other. There's only twinkling stars flashing as if turning on and off in the space around you. Breathe in big, as if you are pulling the entire ocean towards you. Hold the air in your chest, steadying the world below. When the moon breathes out, it rolls the ocean waves back towards the shore. Breathe out big, giving the people on Earth their crashing waves back. Stay here for a moment, enjoying the perspective of the moon. The genie whispers, "Psst," and you are back up on the clay rooftop, high above the marketplace again. With your first wish, you zoomed into the world of Aladdin, all the way down to a single bustling cobblestone street. You saw the people as they walked through their days, completely unaware of one single watermelon in one cart of the whole marketplace. Are there teeny tiny details in your own world that this perspective change could help you see? Leaving the sweet-smelling, fruit-filled evening air for a high-up view, you then zoomed all the way out. You zoomed up above the marketplace to see the entire city, to the entire earth, to see from the moon's gigantic beaming perspective. Now for your next wish, you remind the genie that you want to explore the Cave of Wonders where he discovered his powers. You look out into the distance toward the Cave of Wonders that looks like a mountain from this point of view. To get to the Cave of Wonders at the ends of the earth, you must travel through a vast, peaceful desert. You will know once you arrive by the ruby red glow of the treasure that gleams out of the cave. You are excited to travel to the ends of the earth with Genie when you notice something whooshing towards you from the distance. You can barely see it in the evening sky. It looks rectangular and it's flying smoothly and quickly through the air. As it gets closer, you know exactly what it is. The magic carpet has come back to help you along your journey. Once it gets to you, on top of the dusty clay rooftop, it waves hello again with one of its bushy tassels like a hand. You wave back, eager to find out what adventure awaits. With its tassel hand, it motions you and the genie to jump on. It's hovering just over the rooftop. You and Genie excitedly run and jump your way onto the magic carpet and get into comfortable, relaxed, seated positions. The magic carpet says it's important to be calm for your magic carpet ride, so it asks you to take another breath, deep in and out. The magic carpet says it's important to be calm for your magic carpet ride, so it asks you to take another deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel the twinkling nighttime air fill your chest as the magic carpet ripples gently in the breeze under you. Breathe out through your mouth. The magic carpet can feel how calm and comfortable you and the genie are, so it begins to fly. You sink yourself heavy into the magic carpet that's flying high and quickly, zooming above and away from the city. You feel your body being supported effortlessly on this journey. Flying high above what looks like a blanket below, you can finally see the world beyond the noisy, bustling marketplace. Now that you got far enough away from the city into the wide open desert, the moon and the twinkling stars are the only thing you can see in the thick darkness of the night. The moon looks somehow even brighter than it looked from the point of view of the marketplace. Looking up, you can see each of the millions of stars as they twinkle, appearing to turn on and off in the sky. You notice the sounds of the city have faded as well. The wide open desert is quieter than you have ever experienced. It's a quiet that you can hear with your ears, but also feel. It's so quiet that you seem to be able to hear your thoughts floating on the wind along with the magic carpet, feeling as if your mind can send goodness over this entire sandy world. You send good thoughts out into the silent desert. The evening air makes a whirling sound that breaks through the quiet as you feel the magic carpet slow down to a stop.
Wow, look at that.
You are hovering just above the blanket of sand before a magnificent pyramid. It's as tall and wide as you can see. The opening of this pyramid looks like the wide open mouth of a gigantic tiger. You know that you've arrived at the Cave of Wonders because you see the brilliant ruby red glow of the treasure gleaming out of the tiger's mouth that forms the entrance to the cave. You wiggle your toes and legs, awake to hop off the magic carpet and stand before this striking perspective. The friendly magic carpet waves its tassel hand goodbye. As you wave goodbye, it wraps itself in a circle motion, and poof, it disappears. It's just you and the genie, who is standing beside you, smiling his pearly white smile. Your wish is granted, so you start to walk up to the cave. To get to the opening of the cave, you have to climb a small hill of sand. The sand is so silky soft that your feet sink slightly in with each step. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. You make your way to the top of the hill to see the brilliance of the Cave of Wonders within. Once you get to the top of the sandy hill, you realize you are standing at the top of a giant, sloping slide that will take you all the way down to the gleaming treasure. You and the genie excitedly hop up and get ready to slide down.
Are you ready?
You lay down and push yourself. You slide smoothly all the way down, 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 and land gently on a plushy bottom of richly colored carpets that look like a sea of magic carpets lining the floor. The treasure gleams brilliantly, and you are bathed in a comforting warm light that shines from all the trinkets and jewels that you are excited to explore. You reach down to pick up a ruby red glowing jewel that's as big as your hand. Holding it tightly in both hands, you take a deep breath in through your nose. Breathe in the warm, comforting light and hold it still in your glowing chest. Then breathe out through your mouth. Something else grabs your attention out of the corner of your eye. It's another lamp that looks like the one you found the genie in. You pick it up carefully. It's slightly cool and metallic to the touch. Holding it between your two hands, you look down at it. It's so shiny that you can see your reflection in it. In the reflection of the golden magic lamp, you too become golden and magic. This is another new perspective you have that you can only discover in the Cave of Wonders, a new perspective of yourself as you are in this brilliant reflection. The genie whispers, "Psst," and you look to your side to see him standing sleepily beside you. You ask him about your final wish. The genie starts walking toward the soft sea of magic carpets. You are sleepy from your journey through all the different perspectives, but you walk to keep up with him. He turns to you, big and blue, with his happy, sleepy eyes and a pearly white smile. His big arms are crossed across his big chest, and his genie tail curls under him as he floats in the air. He tells you that you get to carry your final wish with you always, in your heart. This wish is a power that the genie showed you, but that you always had and will always have, the power of your imagination. If you want to go to the moon in our world, you can. If you want to see the tiny microscopic details that create our world, you can. You can become anything you set your imagination, your mind, and your heart to. The first step is to lay your head down on the soft sea of magic carpets and dream big.